Just a shalom. 2482.
Start now.
Welcome to the Yalani Yamurindi show. And that's my word TV. Booyahs. How is everyone doing today? Well, I met these two beautiful women. Let me see. And their names was Melody. And so it was really a, how can I say, message for me to be Melody or be mellow, not to be so upset and irate because I was really upset today right before I was getting ready to do this show because everyone out there in television land and YouTube too, and I'm gonna be doing blogs next. Today, the wonderful show is the Mario Woods settlement and me talking to Gwendolyn, Mario Woods' mother, and who's a great friend of mine. And we mean a lot to each other. And so, even though my son was murdered through by way of community homicide, which is a quadruple homicide that happened January the 9th, 2015, four black boys shot to death in Hayes Valley. This show is for me. At first, I used to always do things over the years for my people, humanity, my nation. And as time goes on, I realize that this show is for me. And so I'm going to be me. People look for professionalism and you sit up straight, you know, hold your head up high. But I am a personality. I am a personality. When I see my friends on the street, I'm like, hey, girl, what's up? How you doing, girl? That's me. They know. It's all like, hey, girl, hi, brother, what's up? That's me. But then when I'm around these behind these cameras, it's like, but that's because when I'm presenting shows for you, I want to be the best representation. However, since the murder of my son and 30 years of community activism and doing performing arts and Harriet Tubman, different increments in different schools, the one woman show, which is going to be coming out soon, it's going to be a Broadway hit. It's going to be traveling. I am Harriet Tubman, the present day Harriet Tubman. I've been doing the one woman show for years, written by Yolanda Banks Reed, Femininity Wear Productions, and also Uniting Creativity, and also Mothers Fight Back, Charlene Tyndall, January the 3rd, 2018, being murdered by Joseph Matu, BART officer. And I'm the spoken word of Harriet Tubman. So she writes the script and I speak it. So we've been doing this work for over 15 years as far as Harriet Tubman. And so now I am doing this show for me, to come out with the healing for myself, to acknowledge the hurt and the pain of me as a black woman in America who is not the first, neither would be the last of our black boys being murdered in the United States of America. And I was on KPOO the other day with Keith Crawford, Give Life, Save Life, in memory of Brittany, his daughter, who had a car accident, and I think she was about 18 and she died. He now does KPOO, Save Life, Give Life, and Give Life, Save Life, and Save Life, Give Life. And so that's his form of healing through his radio show. And my form, even though I've been doing television community channels for years, this particular show and who I am, this is my form of healing. And so I decided that I don't want to play Miss Professional. I just want to be me. And me is I'm a happy-go-lucky person, and hi, how you doing? Good to see you. How is all is well? This is me. And so I want to bring my personality out now. I mean, ultimately, no mask, no, trying to be professional. Just bring it out how I feel. And first, I was so upset about Mario Woods, and I was coming, our people, we got it right. And it's always that same, our people, and they don't do a thing. I keep it clean. They don't do a thing. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, if you continue to get upset because, as Wendy says, Mario mother says, our people are complacent. That's the word she used, especially in San Francisco where they are accepting it. She used the word complacent. I use the word, they just don't do a thing. And they sit on that and they don't do a thing. That's me. That's my personality. Whereas another complacent, so I don't say complacent. I say they don't do a thing. And everybody's kicking them in the and the bootang, and they letting them continue to kick them in the bootang, and how you gonna let somebody keep kicking you in the booty? But I met two Melodies. I met one on cable 2 days ago, Comcast, and now here at the television station, it's another female that works in named Melody. And I said, you know what? The Spirit is telling me, because y'all know me. Oh, drama. One of the media newspaper owners was like, Sala, you're running for the board of supervisors. Come on, girl. Doggone well, you too much drama, girl. Nobody gonna put you up in that. I said, drama? Who are you talking about? Drama? I ain't not. Y'all drama, girl. I said, drama, excuse me? No, but I am a animating force. I'm a performing artist. And I don't consider myself an actress because I sure don't put on no act. I don't act very well. But a performing artist, I am an artist. I'm very creative, and people see my entourage. I'm just an artist. That's who I am. I'm an artist. I'm a creative spirit. I love to be creative. Creativity gets me through. I'm inspired by creativity. I'm inspired by the performing arts, where some are being an artist. Some people are visual artists, and they're, I'm an abstract dancer just as well. But most of all, I'm an animating force. So when I have this animating force, I'm always, and it might seem drama, like I'm Vogue. So it's not drama. It's just me kind of getting a little bit upset about, and expressive, that would be the word that I would use. Expressive about what I see that's going on for generations to generations to generations to generations. And there would be, after a time, that you would continue to see this, and it'd be like, Malcolm X said, you bamboozled. I mean, do we actually hear the meaning of what certain individuals are saying? Different chosen people at different times. It can be you can be the Malcolm X, you can be the Martin Luther King, you can be the Frederick Douglass, you can be the Sir Jordan Truth, you can be the Harriet Tubman, you can be the Susan B. Anthony, you can be the Elizabeth Cady Stanton. We can be all those things, or you can be who you are. Dick Gregory, do we ever listen to what they're saying? Bamboozled. It's the same thing that's happening now. And Cesar Chavez is another one. Fantastic. Gandhi. It's so many of spectacular prophets and chosen individuals that have come to this world to be able to show us that we don't have to accept it. But these times we are accepting it, and it's getting to be the same drawn Same old story over and over. And you, what do you do? Do I continue to scream and holler? No, because you end up in the hospital. I'm already grieving, so you don't want to add any more injury to you. So you don't want to add getting upset more to the table and what's going on now. So, talking to Mario Wood's mother, she told me to tell you, the people, that she is not okay with this, the 400,000 settlement. Many of you that have been keeping up with the news and heard through the grapevine, Mario Wood's mother was offered for the murder of her son, who was killed December the 2nd, 2015, shot down 21 bullets by 5 officers who executed him. Mario Woods was executed in front of the whole world to see. And all I remember is this young, like a little boy, who was standing up on the wall, scrunched over like this, and they executed that boy. And a judge saw it, and the officer said that he was trying to come toward them with this butter knife, and that their lives was in jeopardy. 5 officers with guns, and he with a little butter knife. And the judge said he was coming, actually trying to get away. He was walking back, according to what they viewed. I don't know if you know that. And yet these officers were still not charged. And from there, John Barris, did not take it to court. He just kind of felt that he couldn't win. And so they settled for 400,000. And that means that, at least a certain percentage, would go to the lawyer. And she would get, just add it up. I can't say exactly, but just imagine just imagine she get 275,000. Murdering your son in front of the world, you get 275,000. Think about that. That's an insult. It's another insult to the black women, the black mothers. Our children, as she said, are not valued. Our black children are not worth anything in this country. It is no way, no wise that a lot of these police settlements, you hear of other nationalities, they get it 5 million. They get millions and millions of dollars. Some committed crimes and doing time in prison, and when they get out, because they was just beaten, not even murdered. I was told the other day a white boy was beaten in an alley. I don't know if I'm gonna look up to find out that case. He was beaten in an alley, and by police officers, even though he's in prison now, but when he get out, he still won 5 million. So people try to Google that. Maybe somewhere along the line you can see what I'm talking about. But then this woman is getting less than, when she started getting her portion, can you visualize what we as black mothers go through? Losing our children. Already she said she had one child less. One child less. And this is what we get. So the media, she said, does not tell the truth to how she feels. They won't put it on there. They won't speak it, so I'm speaking it for her. She says she have absolutely no respect, none at all, as far as no love, period, for the whole system, institutional system, as far as the institution. I would say, not just the whole police itself, but just the whole political system. It's all politics. She said she has no respect. She said she now hates the whole system. And that's what she is. It's nothing but a straight hatred. And that's not supposed to be. Politics is supposed to be a democracy, that it is supposed to be designed for the common ground of all to be able to receive the rewards of this land of so-called milk and honey. It is not supposed to be for 1% or the chosen few. and the majority of the people suffer. It's not supposed to be that way, but yet we are in a society where we are being lied to that we have democracy and we do not. We are being lied to that politics work for us and it doesn't. And I don't have to hear this from Mario Woods. I have absolutely no trust in the political system at all. I ran for the board of supervisor just because of that, because I knew that it did not exist. And people say, well, you ran and you ran, you must be for it. No, I ran to send forth a message and to know that something worthy was going to come from it. And what is the greatest thing that I can receive from it is the spirit of truth. To be able to sit in this chair on my son's show and to speak to you in truth and not be concerned about what anyone else thinks about it as far as a rebuttal. I can confidently now say that the political system does not work for us, period. And it really doesn't work for the people, not just the black people. The political system is designed for the haves, and it's designed for the politicians that do run, but at the same time they're receiving their rewards ultimately, because then they begin the networking, they begin their clubs, which is their same group of people within their cliques. They do their investings and they build their relationships with one another. They hold their positions, they better their careers, and that's basically what it end up being, because you end up getting further and further away from the people. And not to say that some of the people you should be far away from. I think you should. I think that there are certain people that you shouldn't be always around. You shouldn't be going and drawn to them, because a lot of people sit and they complain about what's going on, but they won't take a stand and do anything. And so I've been fighting all of my life, and I'm getting older, and now I lost a child. And so it makes it a little bit difficult for me to get out there and fight by myself. And I know Mario Woods' mothers is simply tired, and a lot of the mothers are tired. And so we need the young generation to be able to help us. We have laid the foundation as far as showing how to fight back, but we need some of the young blood to be able to help us. I'm the reason in San Francisco, in the Bayview district, that the cultural flags are on 200 poles from Jamestown to 3rd and Evans, the green, the black, and the red. And I'm going to be also, I talked to Shaman, and we will be putting the gold on. The gold will be going also in Bayview just as well, symbolically. It was my son's color. His father was from Zimbabwe, Africa. And also April the 19th is celebrating Africa in America, resolved by the mayor on April the 19th, which is my son's birthday, and to acknowledge the quadruple homicide that happened in January 9th, 2015. So myself worked on that. And also from the cultural flags in Bayview, it's inspiration now legally through by way of the local government in San Francisco. Bayview is now officially called the African American Art and Culture District. So we will be discussing getting the cultural African flags from Evans all the way to Jamestown, and also discussing sealing off. 3rd and Evans would be a seal off, like a manor, like a little village. Like when you enter into this, a brick here that says African American Art and Cultural District, meaning when you enter into this particular Evans into 3rd Street, we're going to have it sealed off where this is our district, because we have to fight for something that belongs to us. And we have to show our children we're just not going to allow it to be on a document that this is the African American Art and Culture. We're going to show that this is the African American Art and Culture District, because if I don't say anything and the people are not talking about it, you have no knowledge that is happening. So we have to also show. And that's going to be something that we're going to be working on. We need your help. We're going to need petitions to assist. So it's all kinds of things that you can do without just sitting there and being complacent. You talk about your community, they're taking everything away, but you should be able to want to do something. It should not just be a small remnant of people that's always doing something. So I haven't been very dramatic, have I? I've been trying to be this melody harmonious person without giving y'all and then them days I told you I was gonna be working on it. It's not easy, but it's who I am. And so K Poo asked me, we was having a discussion on masks, putting on a mask, and I said, well, I've always been what you see is what you get, you know. But I kind of, a lot of times would be kind of reserved, you know. That's the word I would use, kind of be reserved without trying to really, you know, come out with who I am. So I'm trying to work on that. This is who I am more than, yeah. But I only have 2 minutes left. So definitely Mario Wood's mother feels no respect in the system at all, totally hates it. And don't get me wrong, because all cops are not bad cops. I want to make that plain and clear. I'm not sure I raise them. You know, there's good cops, bad cops. I know the institution is broken, but I definitely acknowledge my children that are good and bad cops. Trust and know. But there is a woman who, Sora, who will be doing her son documentary, who was also murdered by a cop. That's this Sunday, January the 9th, the Roxy. Go check it out. I think it's at 2:30. Go check it out. A young sister, her child was murdered, a black sister, and she's fighting back with a half an hour documentary this Sunday. Go support her June 9th. She's a sister that said she was hurting so bad she had to do something. And I'm so thankful. So go support her June 9th this Sunday at the Roxy over on 16th near Mission. And everyone, thank you for joining my show, Yalani Chinyamurinde, and That's My Word TV. And that's my word that I will always be committed to this show. And because I'm committed to this show, I am committed to you. Y'all take care now. Salahakuya, the real live mermaid. Woo, hugs and kisses. My son, he is handsome. Check him out. If you can see him. Y'all take care now. Y'all hear?